The National Association for the Education of Young Children states, "A teacher's moment-by-moment actions and interactions with children are the most powerful determinant of learning outcomes and development. Teaching with a strong purpose allows us to cultivate that knowledge throughout our classroom instruction." In this video, we'll be talking about 5 different strategies that can be used to teach more intentionally.
First, the classroom should be a place where the teacher and the students care about each other and support each other's learning. This is called a caring community of learners. In a caring community of learners, each person is valued and respected in order to create a safe emotional environment. Teachers should pay attention to children's emotional needs by meeting them with love and kindness, like giving a hug when appropriate, labeling emotions the children are feeling, and communicating with students about their problems to help them come up with a solution.
The second strategy is knowing your students well enough to adapt to the needs of each student. By gathering information about their likes, dislikes, abilities, and struggles, we can create curriculum that puts them in their zone of proximal development. Knowing what they are capable of on their own and capable of with assistance from others is valuable information for intentional teaching. Informal assessments should be ongoing, strategic, and purposeful. Keeping a record of their progress is a great way to make sure your future lessons have intentional information for their continued growth. Teaching should follow the progress of each student in your classroom. Because all students develop at varying rates, it's important that you can be flexible with curriculum. This helps each student feel validated in their learning and discoveries.
Teachers should make sure the physical environment keeps children safe and healthy. When a child walks into the classroom, they should know how to use the tools available to them. For example, tables and chairs should be the right height for students, and materials should be easily accessible. The daily classroom schedule should be organized so that students are aware of what is going on. It's understandable the physical environment and schedule of the classroom will not always be the same due to different learning activities, but it should be predictable for students.
Children also need a variety of experiences in the classroom to gain the most out of planned content. In the classroom, there are 3 main types of lessons: direct instruction, guided learning, and inquiry. Each of these types of lessons varies in child and teacher involvement. Teachers should be intentional about planning lessons based on how much scaffolding students need. Additionally, there should be a mix of large and small group work, along with centers so that this child stays engaged.
The 5th strategy is to ensure that the curriculum is planned so that it intentionally meets the goals of the classroom and standards. We need to keep the Common Core and state standards in mind as we plan activities and lessons. We should explicitly state learning goals and objectives to our students before beginning the lesson and why it's important for them to learn that specific skill. When children know the what and the why of what they're doing, they are more likely to retain and use that knowledge. The curriculum knowledge also allows us to be flexible in our lessons. When we know our objectives, we are able to shift content around based on children's needs and focuses.
In conclusion, being intentional in our teaching in a developmentally appropriate way allows for a more enriching experience for the students. As we do this, we will strengthen the relationships we have with children and their families, create curriculum that best fits the needs of our students, and teach and assess in a way that is most beneficial for all.